Hello everybody, Dustin Hartzler here from YourWebsiteEngineer.com, and today I just want to give you a brief video. I'm actually going to do a quote-unquote unboxing video of the new WordPress 3.4. So I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like and the experiences as soon as I see it. So here we are sitting at the dashboard of YourWebsiteEngineer.com, and I'm just going to go ahead and just update it and show you how easy it is and show you some of the new features that are a part of this. So I have not done any updates whatsoever. I only know what I've read that's new, and so I really haven't even had a chance to check it out. So we're going to do this live, and so it should be a lot of fun. So you can see at the top bar it says that WordPress 3.4 is available. Please update now. And so the very first thing to do, instead of just clicking this button, you need to make sure you have a backup. Make sure that your site is backed up, especially for these major releases. So 3.4, 3.5, anything that's anytime you should actually back up your site, but this is a big release, so we want to make sure that we're doing that. And so I'm just going to go and check and make sure my website has been updated and backed up. I actually use the WordPress to Dropbox backup system, so I'm just going to go here and I'm going to check and see when the last time my site was backed up. And it looks like my site was completely backed up on yesterday, June 13th, 2012 at 8:03 a.m. And so it looks like everything has been backed up except one of the files. It actually exceeds 40% of my memory limit, so that's completely okay. Everything else is good to go. So then we will go ahead and update to WordPress 3.4. It's real easy. You click there on the word update to 3.4 and you can see all the highlights. You can see exactly what things have changed. You can see that there's theme control, there's custom headers, media improvement, and then there's a lot of under the hood improvements as well. So this just shows you some of the stuff that's going on. And let's go back and we'll actually just update now. So even here, WordPress is saying make sure you back up your files, which is a good thing. And then you can go ahead and just update now by hitting the blue button. Looks like it needs an update to the WordPress database, or it will check to make sure, and I'm good to go, so there's no update required. And then it takes me right to my site. Now I guess I'll have to log back in and we'll have to see what the back end looks like. Okay, so I'm back, and I actually had a little bit of an issue when installing, and so I'm just going to tell you what I did and what happened, just in case this happens to you as you're updating. And I think the issue, or what happened, was once I was done updating, it would automatically jump back to the page that says no database upgrade is necessary, you're all good, and you click OK or continue, and then it would take me to my site, which my site was working perfectly fine. Everything was working, it was good. And then I went to log in. I went to YourWebsiteEngineer.com and just /wp-admin, tried to log in, and I logged in, and then it took me right back to that same page and just kept going over and over and over again. And I wasn't sure exactly what was causing that, and so what I ended up doing was I went and did a little research on the forums, and this was actually something that somebody had posted for when they updated to 3.3 was having an issue. And the issue was actually with W3 total cache. And so I'm going to have to dig in and try to figure out what exactly that happened, or what went down there. But what I ended up doing is I had to rename one of the files that was in my WP-content folder. And I'm going to show you that right now. Well, up here I have Flow, and Flow is my FTP editor. And you can see the file that's highlighted right now, object-cache_old.php, that actually did not have the underscore old.php. It was just object-cache. And I ended up, what happened was, instead of deleting the file to see if that was actually the problem, I just renamed the file so it wasn't looking for that. And that was actually the problem with the entire system. I ended up changing that and then went to log in, and then I was able to log in just perfectly fine. So if that happens, if you get stuck in that infinite loop, that's what you want to turn to, and that's where you want to go. So let's go back and let's take a look at what's going on here. Now I know some of the changes that happened were under the themes area. So you can see that you can change the header, the background, the title menus, and of some of the current theme all in one place. And then you can do a live preview, and you can see the available themes come to life before you actually put those out live. And so we'll dismiss that and we'll go to the Customize tab. Now, I doubt that my site's going to do a whole lot of anything because it is kind of a custom-made site, but let's go ahead and see what exactly will happen. We can go in on the navigation, we can change this menu bar. If I had more than one menu, I could change that. On the static front page, I could say that I just want to see posts. And so we can click around here, and instead of seeing my latest post, we can say the front page is now the about page, and then that will reflect right there. And so now you can see what it looks like on my about page if I wanted this to be my very first home page, which of course I don't, but this is just some cool things that you can do to play around, and you can see what is going on your site. Now you can also change your site title and your tagline. These are actually features that I don't have updated, or I don't have those actually displayed on the home page. I have those kind of hidden, and so this is something that you're not going to see any updates to. And it looks like if I go here, I can click. Can I click? Yeah, it's an actual web browser, so I can go through, I can click on the different things, and I can see the different pages of my site without actually changing them live. And so it looks like there's not a whole lot of features that you can use right now, but I think from what I've read is they're actually working on getting those even more expansive, and so you can make more changes. And I think it'll work too with if you're using the 2011 theme or some of the bigger themes that had some information about what was going on for WordPress. You can have that ability to make some modifications, like change your background and things like that. I think that's special code that needs to be added to your site as well. So those are things that developers are going to start to do. Another thing that you can do, and I believe that I saw, was let's go ahead and add a new, we'll just add a new page. We're going to call it test page, and then we will type some information. So this will be here's just some generic text we'll put in here. And then I believe if you put a link to a Twitter message, it actually does some cool things. So let's go and take a look at that real quick. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to add a tweet, and I've got one opened up over here. So let's just go in and we'll go ahead and just paste this tweet directly into WordPress. And so you just copy the tweet, and then you can hit paste, and then we're actually just going to save as draft, and then we're going to view and do a preview and see what this page looks like. So we'll do a preview. It actually has a really neat way that has the tweet embedded in your page. And so you can do this on posts, you can do it on pages, and it's really exciting because it makes it a really easy way for people to respond and use your tweets. And so you can just click on retweet, and it's going to automatically retweet it for you. You can reply straight from the message. So this is really great if you have a blog post and then you have a pre-messaged tweet, all ready for somebody to actually, send out. All they have to do is actually just hit that retweet button, or they can favorite it right from the post. So it's a really neat way that WordPress is now integrating Twitter, and so that's exciting, and that's another one of the cool new features. And the last thing I want to show you actually goes for media. So we'll go over to the media library, and I'll just show you for one of the images that I've already created that's already on my site. So we'll use this purpose one from the podcast that released yesterday. And in the caption, you can actually use HTML formatting, and then that will actually show up as a hyperlink as the caption. So that's a new feature. I don't use that on my site, but that's just another feature that you can use. So that's what WordPress 3.4 is. There's a lot of more behind the scenes things that are keeping things updated, making sure they're running fresh and they're running fast. They're keeping your site safe. So the big thing is make sure that you remember to back up your site before you get going, and then go through the process. Real simple. So if you want more great information about how to do things in WordPress, make sure you check out yourwebsiteengineer.com. And there is a weekly podcast that's out there on iTunes. You can subscribe to it and get it sent directly to your iDevice, or you can subscribe on any of the other major platforms, Stitcher Radio, the Zune Store, BlackBerry Store. It's there everywhere. So just go ahead and check it out, yourwebsiteengineer.com. That's all I've got for you today. Just a quick little video. Take care now. Bye-bye.